Do you have relationships that you've developed and continue to secure so that when something pops up, because as you said, the process could take anywhere from a couple months to years, depending on where the client and the family is with the actual acknowledgement that a change needs to happen.
Yeah. And I always tell people that you need to go before you think you're ready. So when you're talking about sometimes these patio homes, especially if they're a part of a retirement community, they're limited and they might not turn over very often. So when we go and we tour, they might pick out a floor plan that they like and put down a deposit. And I usually become the communication between the community and the client and letting them know when things are going to be available. The thing that I see that I caution against is they always say, we're not ready. And then something happens and the floor plan or something that they chose might not be available anymore. So it's important that when something becomes available that you really love to go ahead and grab it. But the big thing that I see is that people don't have a plan. And all of a sudden when something hits you and you've got to put a plan in place and there's not one, then we're scrambling and then we're making decisions out of stress. Mm-hmm. So I like to teach a lot of classes on preparing for these things, and it's not meant to scare people into, oh, we're going into a senior living or we're having to downsize. Like, it's meant to be empowering for them to gather information so that they're in control of these decisions when the time comes. Because a lot of times when we wait for that crisis that happens, we're no longer in control of the decisions that we would have wanted to make. So my biggest advice, realization, or my advice to people is just do it before you think you have to, and you're never going to be ready, and there's never going to be the perfect time, but you've got to do it when you're still capable of making those decisions.
Yeah. The senior space, probably that you're available to help them.
Yeah. So really the big thing there is, again, starting before you think you're ready. And then there are resources out here to help you. You don't have to do it alone. Everyone thinks it's a really hard transition to go through. But the thing is that there's people out there that are compassionate and that want to help and have all kinds of resources.